Good evening, I'm Shameka Neely. Court action wrapped up Thursday in the case between American-born Taliban fighter John Walker Lindh and the Terre Haute federal prison in which he is housed. Lindh and other Muslim inmates at the Communications Management Unit in Terre Haute prison filed suit against the government, seeking to pray in a group once a day. Group prayer is currently restricted to once-a-week gatherings. Lindh says his religious rights are being infringed upon, while prison officials say that the group prayer poses security concerns that once-a-week allowances are enough. Both sides will now file post-trial briefs with the judge within the next couple of months. Hurricane Isaac has changed patterns and local Red Cross volunteers are on the ground. More than 250 displaced residents have received assistance from the Red Cross. Indiana volunteers are getting first-hand accounts, and the weather still hasn't let up in areas such as the Mississippi. More help is still needed. Shelters have already opened in at least 5 states. Officials finally broke ground Thursday for one of the 2 new bridges that are a part of the Ohio River Bridges project along with the banks of the river in Jeffersonville, Indiana. The $2 billion project will create more than 4,000 jobs and relieve traffic congestion and increase safety for Louisville and southern Indiana. The new bridge is slated for completion in 2017. This year's drought could affect the way leaves change color this fall, but as Sevilla Man reports, officials aren't sure how.
Most of the trees at McCormick's Creek State Park are still green, but the park's interpretive naturalist, Sam Arthur, explains that the trees have already begun the natural processes that lead them to shed their leaves. Temperature is always the key factor in how good the leaf show will be.
You'll see the yellows really start to occur right now, and then once we really start getting those cooler evenings and the warmer days, that's when you'll start to see those brilliant reds and the purples start to pop out.
But the drought could also affect leaf season. In particular, it could change how long it lasts.
A lot of times what you're going to see is that the leaves have started to loosen up on the leaf stem, and so really all it takes is a thick wind to come blowing through, and while we might have really vibrant colors, they might drop their leaves really quick.
But Arthur says it's hard to predict these consequences before the season peaks in October. For WTIU News, I'm Sevilla Man.